I'm not built to be famous. I don't like it, you can keep it.
Get off the problem.
I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. Now listen, I know recently I just reported to you guys that basically Ben sent J-Lo right back to the streets, okay? He said he had enough. He said it was over. He said he was not going to deal with the foolishness for the second time again, and he sent her back out there. However, recently, as in very, very recently, J-Lo and Ben were spotted with both of their groups of children together having lunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel, in which there was a lot of conversations that they were, rumored to be hugging up and kissing up and smooching and holding hands. We saw none of that footage. Okay. All we did see was that paparazzi caught them in the moment doing whatever it is when they were doing when they pulled up to the venue to have lunch.
Get off the problem. These jobs out of unbelievable.
Over the shoulder.
Reunited.
I love it, guys.
Now, based on the video that you guys saw, right, you can obviously see that Ben Affleck looks extremely disturbed. He looks annoyed. He looks frustrated. But based on this still image that I have right here, you see J-Lo was looking, 100% facing the camera, and Ben is looking at her. And you know the reason, in my personal opinion, why I feel, again, in my opinion, why he's looking at her? Because in his mind, he's like, why did you call them? That's my opinion, y'all. Okay? I feel like he looking at her like, I know for a fact that we told nobody we were going to be here. I know for a fact this is the same paparazzi that would be up the block from the house. There's no way at all that they would have any idea that we were going to be here unless you called them. Why did you call them? Okay, you told me this was a private lunch for the kids. You told me we was going to hang out and just, keep the peace. Why are these people here?
I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. Enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request.
Now, I want to say, again, piggybacking off of the previous conversation I had with you guys about their entire relationship and everything that happened and transpired, personally, I feel that J-Lo is genuinely trying to find ways that she can rekindle, fix, mold, heal, help this relationship to get back on course. I genuinely feel so. Okay? And let me tell you something. I hold women accountable. I do all the above. But if you are in a relationship with this man and, again, that's your husband and you are trying to fix, help, mend things, I am in full support of that. Okay? I'm just going to keep it real with you. I am in full support of you trying to fix your relationship and not trying to go out there and keep, doing the same thing, being a repeat offender. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I don't know what happened, they were together in the, 2000s when she was Jenny from the block and, they had that whole love affair and she was so into this man. And, a couple of days before the wedding, he called it off, ended up getting with somebody else. She ended up getting with somebody else, I think, sooner than even he did.
Ben and I, we broke up 3 days before our wedding. And we had like a big wedding planned, like 14 ushers and bridesmaids. And 3 days before, we just crumbled under the pressure.
Them trying to get back into the groove of things for this time, she made a whole movie, okay, invested all of her own money and made a whole movie in talking about how, this is the greatest love story that was never told, which was supposed to remain untold because that's what Ben Affleck actually would have wanted. However, she decided to tell the story because she felt that, you know, it was just so magical that after so much time apart, that the two of them were able to come together and create and build upon their relationship and then maintain it. Now, I have to say this, right? I went back and I watched a couple things in the documentary. Okay, I did. I told you guys that I was a fan of the documentary. A lot of people hated it. I did not hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm that kind of chick flick kind of girl. I will watch all kind of love, romantic and stuff. I love those kind of movies. Just because it just don't stress me out, right? Like action movies and terror and all that stuff stress me out. Okay, love movies that don't stress me out. So that's why I like them. But anyway, I went back and I watched a couple things, and there were some things that I noticed. You know, I believe I had made mention of some of the things a little bit before, but a couple of things that I genuinely noticed is that, you know, Ben was not okay with a lot of their personal, intimate letters between the two of them, or the letters that he wrote her, being on full display for everybody to watch and consume while she was in the process of making her album. He was not okay with that.
I showed everybody this book. This book is a book that Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It is every letter and every email that we wrote to each other from 20 years ago and today. It became like our Bible.
He kind of felt like, is there possible that you could have done this in any other avenue, any other possibility? Like, it was almost like an invasion of his privacy, an invasion of their sacred space. And she, not only did she say like, okay, I'm going to bring this information into like the writer's room, or I'm going to bring this information around certain people, like she genuinely passed his love letters around to all types of people, film and like all kinds of people, to just read whatever it is that he was saying in his most intimate moments.
We just left it there in the studio, and people would thumb through it. They're like, can we look at it? I was like, look at it.
He was not happy with that.
It's like you've been showing all the musicians all those letters that, and they were like, yeah, we call you Ben Affleck. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay. And Ben has also never shied away from the information that he is not in love with the celebrity part of his career. Right? He did an interview where he actually talked about the fact that if he could, you know, take away the celebrity stuff and then do all the stuff that he loves, he would much rather that than to have to deal with the celebrity aspect of the things that he does.
I'm not built to be famous. I don't like it, you can keep it. What I'd like to be able to do is my job and not have to do that celebrity part.
If you guys notice, you know, in that conversation that Ben is talking about, you know, his celebrity, he compares himself to an artist.
A lot of performers kind of inherently, they want to have that attention. If you are an artist, you want to have the audience experience your art, trying to generate empathy and move people. Well, if no one's there, so attention, people often conflate it with narcissism and solipsism,
which would be J-Lo. And he compares himself to the differences between the two.
And so celebrity itself, the attention in and of itself is not valuable to me personally at all. I'm shy, I don't want to tell people things. I've been criticized so often in my life and mischaracterized and misquoted.
And that, you know, that is a part of who she is in her career and her business, is she loves a celebrity, right? Like she has no problem with that. She, even though she might not like paparazzi around all the time, you know, if they were not around, she would have a whole different problem. If nobody wasn't checking for her, trying to figure out what she was wearing or where she was going, that would be a whole different problem for her, right? And so I think that more and more it is shown me in this time frame, as I said, that I went back and I watched some things during the documentary as well as certain interviews, that, you know, I don't necessarily believe that he 100% had an issue with her herself. I do think that he has an issue with all of the things that come with her. Right? I know that they broke up before, back in the day, because of paparazzi. And it was a very different ball game, right? It was all the tabloids. They were in Us Weekly. They were in, you know, People Magazine, all the different tabloids constantly. And he hated it.
Candid reflections, the two revealed that the intense media frenzy surrounding their relationship played a significant role in their decision to part ways. the constant scrutiny and relentless paparazzi attention put immense pressure on their romance.
And now, you know, it was refreshing that the two of them got back together. They were building something so special and so sacred. And what did she do? She took all that sacred space and introduced it to the media in movie form and in album form. And was just walking around telling all their business. Okay, this man is like, absolutely not. Why would you do this? Like, I don't want to be a part of this. Why would you do this? And I 100%, you know, in my personal opinion, believe that that is why he took a step away from the marriage. Now, does that mean that he, like I said, did he 100% say that he was going to leave, or did he just leave the space and say he needed a break from it, or did he just need time apart? I'm not sure. But what I do know is that J-Lo tried to, you know, be the one to file for divorce, so it didn't seem like she was the one that got left in the dust this time. You know, she went out to this kind of like movie premiere where she knew his best friend was going to be. And she had on this like, you know, very revealing dress, like kind of like, yeah, I'm still hot.
J-Lo gave us a little bit of a revenge dress moment at TIFF a couple of days ago, promoting her new movie Unstoppable. Matt Damon was also there. I guess Ben Affleck also produced this film, but he did not go. Matt Damon did. This dress is by Tamara Ralph. It's quite sexy and revealing. It has cutouts all throughout both sides. She paired it with a sky-high platform heel. It looks a bit like a disco ball. I feel like it's very revenge dress-esque.
He never said you were ugly, right? Nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that you were not attractive. Nobody ever said that you did not look good, especially for your age. Nobody never said that. What he said was you told his business. Okay? That's what the man said. That's what he said. Had nothing to do with your looks. But you know, I see again that she is trying to rekindle, and I think that this is something that can also be a lesson to a lot of other women as well, is that even the likes of J-Lo, right, who looks amazing, okay, her figure, her stature alone will give a lot of these women in their early 20s a run for their money. Okay, because she is so fit and in shape, and she looks phenomenal. She genuinely does. But if she's in a space where she's having a hard time with the relationship, she's having a hard time battling the boss chick mentality with then trying to also be a wife, but then she's also in a space where she is fighting for her marriage, fighting for her relationship. What does that say to y'all? Okay, I'm just keeping it real, sister to sister. What is that saying to y'all? Y'all over here acting like y'all got all these options because people who liked you from high school is in your Instagram DM. Girl, a lot of these women out here acting like they got all these options because they go to the gas station and men be trying to holler at them and pick them up, and they think that, you know, if they were to leave the relationship right now, that they could snap their fingers and get a new man. Is that the reality? No, that's not the reality. You might get a man that might be intimate with you. You might get a man that will deal with you for a short period of time, but a man who's going to deal with you, that's a whole different conversation. I thought this was very, very interesting. I really thought it was interesting. Again, I think that women who are trying to fight for their marriages, I'm always going to applaud it. I don't care how it look. Okay, it was the same thing with Rissa and Quan. When she was out there fighting for her relationship and people was talking about, oh, girl, you need to leave. No, you don't. Girl, you're doing the right thing. Now the two of them hunky-dory, everything all good again, as it should be. I love that. I think that especially if you know that you did some things that were wrong in the relationship. A lot of women lead with their ego and just leave the relationship instead of owning what they did, taking accountability for their actions, apologizing, changing their behaviors, and then staying and maintaining in the relationship as they should. A lot of women, again, I'll say it one more time, they choose the ego over the relationship. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.